Use one word to describe that game, what word would you choose?
Well, I don't know, crazy. It was a crazy game. But,
What do you take away from it if you can?
well, we got 2 points. I mean, and the thing that I'm going to really take away from it, and it's happened a couple times now, is I think our team is starting to believe that they can, when they get down, they can still make a game of it, and that's a belief that if you have that, I mean, you're never out of it. So that's an important thing that you can take from a game like this.
Is that the message you sent after the first period?
And after the second, I thought. But, I mean, they did it themselves, and by scoring those 2 goals late in the second, I think they believed. But, I mean, they came back the game against Arizona. They actually came back against Vegas here, but didn't, then we gave it away. So, I mean, we came back in San Jose. So, I mean, there was a lot of times where we've, kept believing. But I think this one from 4 down is probably the most belief you can get out of that.
Bruce, on Saturday you said that you want to earn a reputation as a team that's always going to be in the fight. Do you think that a result like this adds to that reputation?
I don't know. I don't want it to have to do it like that too often, but I mean, it's not like any coach would have drawn that up. But I mean, if that's what the players believe, that they're never out of it, then it's a good thing.
They haven't always shown that this year. When you're down a couple goals, that resiliency to come back. What was different?
Well, I think it's turned recently. Like, I mean, at the beginning of the year, we were getting the leads, and then we were giving them up and not being able to, and it was like, oh, here we go again type thing. But recently, in this little stretch, we've always thought that we could, come back.
You seem to get some really strong minutes from the Pettersson line. What did you like with Besser joining McCabe and Pettersson?
Well, Besser was skating. You can tell the difference in his skating the last 2 games, I think. I mean, I can anyway. And when he's completing that line, and then I thought even on Kuzmenko on the other line is now he's playing against the third set of D, and I think it's making him better. So, I mean, that's maybe short term. We don't know. But for the last 2 games, it's been like that.
You talk about leaders of this team. Just the way that Pettersson skates on the back check, does things in overtime, creates turnovers. How much of a leader does he become just from his play?
Well, that's how you become a leader. Leadership isn't necessarily talking. It's doing stuff on the ice, and whether it's blocking a shot at the big time. I mean, jumping in to help a guy, or just playing as hard as Petey's been playing. That's leadership.
It's about Spencer Martin first, and you had to pull him. He's obviously going to get a lot of games here now. Just how different is it for him getting that load down?
Well, it has to be a little different, I mean, he didn't have it. I was thinking about it after the 3rd goal, but I was saying, let's just make it to. You don't like to pull a guy if you don't have to in front of everybody. So I mean, but once the 4th goal go in, I thought he looked like he was defeated. So I wanted to get him out of there to spare any more. There was still time on the clock.
Or do you think Delia?
I thought he played good. There wasn't much he could do on either one of the goals. I mean, he looked a little nervous at the beginning, but I thought he settled down, and he didn't let them get ahead of us anymore. When it was, I mean, he let us. When they scored 4, we got a chance to come back without them getting any, and so I mean, it was. I thought that's what your goaltender is supposed to do, is just keep you in there till you find traction.
How good do you feel for a guy like Garland, who hadn't scored in 17 and he kicks off the rally?
I was really happy for him. He looked like he got real mad, and went out and scored that goal, and that's what kicked it off. So I mean, hopefully, Garley's pretty streaky. Hopefully that's something that now he builds on.
Bruce, can I get your reaction just to the following sentence? Your team won tonight in a game in which you'd blown a 3rd period lead, but also trailed 4-0 at one point.
Well, I mean, I'll go home and say just what happened. I mean, those are games that I don't know if I've ever been involved in an NHL game like that, quite frankly. I know I've been involved with high-scoring teams, but nothing when you get down 4-0 in the first period and fight your way back. So, I mean, I think it'll be a game you remember for a while. goalies, or coaches don't, they'd rather win 3-1, but I mean, every now and again, a win is a win, you know?
First, the celebration there at the end of the game, you can see it. We're watching the replay, like the faces of some of those players.
Oh.
Now, you can't really build off of the outcome. I mean, the outcome of the game you can build off of, but how do you build off the players being able to come together like something like that?
Well, it's you come together as a team in different ways, and if this helps us become more complete, then great. I mean, it's they'll all be going in. I'm sure tonight saying what just happened, but I'm sure LA and Seattle are saying the same thing from their game the other day. So we'll take it for what it is, and we'll try to defend where we only give up one goal on the next game, because that's how eventually you win a lot more games.
You don't want to push for 17 total goals?
No, I don't like that. No.